Volleyball was invented in 1895 by William G. Morgan, and the game was originally called mintonette. He was going to combine the games of basketball, baseball, and tennis and handball to create it. The US VBA Volleyball Association was then formed in 1928 for the sole purpose of the sport getting more popular and rules needing to be set. This is what your usual volleyball jersey can look like. This, and then this is the back. There's usually long sleeve ones and short sleeve ones, it just depends. All right, so passing. I'm gonna need a volunteer. Do you wanna come and volunteer, please?
I will.
Thank you. Okay, so first we're gonna start on passing. This is AJ. He's gonna help me demo on how you should look when you do passing, hitting, and blocking. So this is your right here. So in real life, please come over here. He'll bend over a little bit, bend his knees a little bit, and stick out his hands. And then he'll be on the balls of his feet and ready to pass the ball. When the ball is coming, the ball should hit him right here. It'd be like an easier pass, you could say, and it would be more accurate than hitting on the ends. It could fly off in like either direction, and it's just easier to look at for where it's going. Okay, the next one is hitting. When you're hitting in mid-air, okay, when you're first going, you should have your legs out like this. And then in mid-air, you should be standing upright with your hands, put your feet back, with your hand up like this, almost as if you're hitting down, and this hand pointing to the ball. Your rib cage should be extended up so you can have more reach on top of the ball. And when you contact it, it should be at your highest point with the ball snapping down, so it goes straight down. Instead of snapping like this, it'll go out of bounds, or it'll be like really inaccurate. It might go off the hand or off the other hand. And using this hand up will help you like coordinate the ball more and like see where it goes, and it'll help you go to a target. Like let's say you want to go to the right, you point right here, and this hand will automatically follow this hand. It won't ever go over here. So depending on where you want to place your ball, you have to place your hand like up here. Okay. The next one is blocking. In blocking, you should have your feet, he can't really jump and give you a shot, but his hands should be up, and his hands should be strong and wide and pressing over the net. And like pressing over the net means like going over instead of up over the net to like block the ball straight down. So he should be piked over and squeezing his abs so he can get in a V position. You could say in midair. In midair, they'll look like they're in a V. And he should be up here, squeezing his shoulders and looking down. And then the ball should come when he's blocking. It should come here and then just go straight down to the ground. And that's what a usual volleyball stance looks like. They don't really look like they're in a V position right now, but their hands are securing over the net to block the ball. Okay, so some basic rules of volleyball. You have your court, and right on here, you have your 10-foot line right here, and this on each side of the net. Then you have a center line. Your 10-foot line is where all of your attackers or hitters will come from, and this is your left side, your middle, and your setter will be up here. Your back row passers will be off here, and you can't see the rest of the court because it's been cut off, but they're back here too. Up here you have your antenna for when it's going to be out. If a ball is passed or hit and it goes outside of the antenna, it would be called out and the other team would get a point. This is where your referee stands. And then usually when you're playing, there's another team or other refs that will be standing right here on this corner back here, and then on this corner over here, and then a down ref, which watches all of the touches on the ground and any touches in the net. The up ref watches any balls on top of the net and watches for in and out. You'll have line judges, like I said, on the corners that will keep more track of the ball in and out. If a ball hits the line right here, then that's considered in. If it hits the blue, then it's considered out. You have 6 players on each side. The teams, the points go to 25 each time. It's best games 2 out of 3. If one team scores 25 and then another team, the next game scores 25, it'll go into a tiebreaker or a challenge match, which goes to 15. At 8 points on the 15-point match, you'll switch sides. Just, it's the rules. You can't lift or throw a ball. Lifting a ball is simply just what it sounds like. If it's coming to you and you're setting it, you can't go like this. You have to set it. Throwing it is if you're up in the air and you're hitting, you quite literally, you just can't throw the ball down. You can only have 3 contacts. It's usually what you'll see in games. It's usually just a pass, set, and a hit. If not, it can be anywhere from a pass, 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 set, 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 or just any combination. The different positions, you have your left front, which is in the left front of the court. You have your middle front, and then you have your setter on the right side. You'll have your back row passers, and one person in the back row will be usually wearing a different colored jersey. And if it's a different colored jersey, they're called the libero, just because they go in for the middles. The middles usually don't pass in a game. They usually just stay up at the net, hit, and block. And so when a middle, you have to rotate on the court. You rotate one spot each time you get a point. And so when you rotate and a middle has to rotate to the back, she'll go out and she'll have the libero come in. And then the in and out line. And then the ball, if the ball goes outside of the antenna, it's a point for the other team, but if it hits the antenna, it's a point for the other team. There's usually an out of bounds area where the ball can only go so far for you to pass it back into the court for it to be out of bounds or for it to be the other side of the other point for the other team. And then one famous quote from Michael Jordan to all athletes are, "I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something. I can't accept not trying though."